everybody, to a brand new episode of Chirping from the Pine. My name's Josh. I'm here today with a good buddy, Adam.
Yes, hello. Welcome to the podcast.
And not to give anything away, but today we're going to talk about what I believe is the most detrimental thing to fucking baseball that ever happened, is this automatic baseballs and strikes, balls and strikes presented by T-Mobile machine.
It's one of the greatest improvements to baseball itself, dude. Like, baseball is finally fucking catching up to other sports. God damn it.
It's not. They're taking it way too far.
They're taking it way too far?
They're taking it way too far. Okay, what is the fucking point of having an umpire if you're just going to have the AI fucking nonsense make the call anyway, or have it available?
Because it's not for every fucking pitch.
Yes, this is step one. The umpires, I'm telling you, in the next 3 to 5 business years, the umpires will be phased out. They will no longer be in existence.
I don't think that's the case.
Nope, I guarantee it.
Baseball needs to have umpire. Like,
no, they don't.
It needs the human element.
No, they don't. Once MLB says, "Oh fuck, this system presented by T-Mobile is way fucking cheaper than paying umpires," well, we're gonna have the next 3-4 years. Oh, it's just a backup if you want to challenge it or whatever. Okay, cool. But then once they figure out, oh shit, this thing works now. Oh, we don't need umpires anymore. Oh, we can actually have this AI also call out and safe, fair and foul within a millimeter of half a millimeter of precision of error. Oh, done. Umpires are done.
Brought to you by T-Mobile?
Yep, it'll all be brought to you by T-Mobile and or fucking Amazon or UPS or some sort of horse shit. The reason why I think this is ridiculous is because the strike zone used to be, it was 24 and some change inches across, okay, which was just outside. So you could leave the ball, the outside corner, the edge of the ball could touch the outside corner of the plate, and it'd still be a strike, right? So, because the plate's about 18 inches wide, so you got a ball width of inches on each side that you can just touch it with, and you're good, right? And then it would extend from the bottom of your armpits to just below your knees, okay? That's how it was. And because everyone is of a different size, the strike zone is different on everyone, right? It's not the same for everyone because not everyone's built the same. As it should be. A guy who's fucking 5'3" should not have the same strike zone as a dude who's now 6'2", okay? Which now, in this instance, that is now the case. The strike zone has changed. The strike zone is now, according to the MLB website, the strike zone is now 17 inches across exactly, which is the exact width of the plate. It is from 53.5% of height to down to the 27. It's like a measurement. And then also there's a depth to the strike zone now where it's 8.5 inches deep, which used to be the whole plate, but now it's smaller. So again, the human is not that's why you use the plate as the reference. Now you've shortened the strike zone, and this is what I'm saying. They're setting up umpires to be eliminated because now you've made it so specific of what the strike zone is. Now it's going to be extremely difficult for the umpire to make sure he hits this exact fucking thing. That's why there was this little bit of extra, all right? And it was different on everybody. You can eyeball it. I can no longer use your armpits as the fucking the mechanism or the area or the bottom of your knees, right? I can no longer use that. I have to use a fucking exact measurement system. The plate, same thing. It's the exact width of the plate. So the whole ball has to be inside that whole width of the plate for it to count as a strike now, which that's fucking dumb.
I don't hate it. I enjoy it because of the fact that the game can still be called as it would be by the umpire, with the exception that for when it counts, for the number of challenges that you would get from the ABS system, right? That it doesn't take anything away from the umpire. Like, yeah, maybe in the future it'll end up being just an automated strike zone to the point that it can measure it in millimeters of how far off the plate it was, a pitch is off.
Yeah, but that's what it's doing right now.
But in the meantime, what it is the umpire still gets to call the game or the strike zone, but every once in a while, for if each team gets 3 challenges apiece, they have to pick their spots of where they think this challenge is critical for the game. And it also kind of keeps the umpire in check, as opposed to like the way it is now, where, you know, if you had a fucking Angel Hernandez calling the strike zone as liberal as he wished it to be, like now Vegas, it like can't fucking, there's no cheating. There's no way to cheat around the strike zone.
That was also part of the game. Every umpire had a slightly different strike zone. And there was certain shit that you can get away with one, and certain shit
that hasn't gone away though.
It is going to go away because it's going to be slowly phased out. What I'm saying is, this is phase one of the phase out.
Yeah.
All right. This is the opening salvo of, we're going to get rid of fucking umpires. There will only be an umpire needed to control not even the flow of the game anymore, because you've got the automated pitch count or the pitch count. And if AI will say, oh, he didn't start his motion by the thing, a light will come on. Stop the game. There'll be a guy in a booth. That'll be the umpire. And he'll only be there essentially to call rule violations and to interpret rule violations until they get an AI that the managers will go to, and they'll type in the question of whether this thing, and the AI will spit it out and go like, oh no, this is the thing. And the AI will rule what the rule is.
If we ever cross that line, I think if it does come to that point, if baseball is automated to that point, it's going to take all the fun out of it. I don't think this takes the fun out of it. I think it adds a little bit more to the game, and this is like an evolution that baseball needed, because, yeah, dude, when it comes to critical games, especially when it comes to the playoffs, and it's left to the detriment of the fucking umpire strike zone, and he's calling the strike zone real fucking liberal, that like the pitches, you can see it off the television, that it's literally off the plate, that at least you have a solution in creating the ABS system to at least flag for this pitch and say, hey, I don't know if you've been calling a really weird game. I don't know about this one. Like, I got to challenge it. And if it allows the pitcher to have one more strike to change the outcome of the game, where there potentially could have been an injustice done to a team because of how weird the umpire is calling the strike zone, I'm for it, man. I'm for this shit, because it doesn't, it just adds to the game to me.
And you say this will eliminate cheating. No, I say this is a prime breeding ground for cheating, because now the guy running the fucking board and interpreting the results of the machine, he can fucking alter the game if he wishes to. That's how the MLB controls the narrative, letting the Dodgers win the next 6 World Series that they need in order to make all the money they've spent back. So that's how you control the narrative, is take it out of the hands of the umpires, let there be no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and that now they can say, oh yes, no, the Dodgers got this one, they're good. That is what's being done now. That's why you're so in favor of it. Oh, this is just going to secure the next 10 Dodger World Series.
Right. So I guess we can kind of go over what they're doing for how it's going to work. So let's see. So who can issue a challenge? The batter. Who can issue a challenge as far as the ABS system goes? The batter, the pitcher, or the catcher can challenge an umpire's call. No one else, not even the manager, can do so, which is pretty interesting. Challenges must be made immediately after the umpire's call without assistance from the dugout or the players. I didn't even know that. It doesn't say how many challenges they get. Did you find that?
No. It says a challenge added 17 seconds of game time in minor league experimentation. Successful a team only loses its challenge if the umpire's call is confirmed.
It says
it's incumbent. Oh, so they're leaving it up to the player. Yeah, see, this is where it's going to get fucky.
So you get 2 challenges.
Extra challenge and extra innings, no. You get 2 challenges?
You get 2 challenges apiece.
For each team?
Yeah, for each team. How a challenge is issued, the player taps his cap or helmet to alert the umpire to his desire to challenge the call. So that's how you would signify to the umpire that you would want the challenge to be made.
Yeah.
How was the call reviewed? The Hawkeye view. So this is the software or whatever system. The Hawkeye view is shown to those in attendance via the video board and to home viewers via the broadcast, which is, I think, is pretty sweet, because it's kind of like tennis, where if if a ball lands near the back end of the court, near the service line, and you can't tell. Like if you make a challenge, you get to see if it's within millimeters inside the core or just outside the service line. It's very much like the same thing with like the strike zone. You could see you make the challenge, they show the diagram or the video, and the whole thing takes like as you were saying, like 17. It doesn't really add that much to the game as far as the total game time. It's relatively quick. I like it.
They were saying that they tested this in minor league baseball for the last few years, and they said that games where they used full ABS, the batters drew a shit ton more walks. And they said it basically slowed the game to where it negated any benefits of putting in the pitch clock to increase the game.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're going to have unlimited challenges, of course it's going to.
No, this is where they just did full ABS. Like there was no umpire calling it. They like piloted it. In
they had league. The whole.
That's why they said that they're not going to full ABS in right now, is because it was a lot more walks when they had just full ABS. When there was no umpire calling balls and strikes, it was just the ABS doing it.
Okay, well, there's your reason for why they still have umpires in the game
for now. Until they figure out how to because again, this is going to be them getting the data to like craft it to like make it work within the game that they want, and therefore the rules are not going to be the same. Shit's going to be changing, and the umpires are going to eventually be gone. There's going to be one too many because they're waiting. What they're waiting for is a World Series linchpin moment where it comes down to a last strikeout. It's tied or something, or they're down by one, bases are loaded, and the batter's not going to swing, and it's going to come to a fucking umpire decision where it was close, and then they're going to be like, it's coming out of some challenge or something, and then that's going to change the course of history because then everyone's going to be like, oh, fuck the umpires, blah, and then next season they're going to be like, we're doing away with umpires calling balls and strikes. And they're only going to be calling out and safe. And then there's going to be, in 3 or 4 years after that, there's going to be a World Series linchpin moment or playoff linchpin moment where, it's going to be like an out or a safe call. And then they're going to go, that's it, we're going to full fucking AI outs and strikes.
Why is it the first thing you do to go in like alarmist mode where you immediately go to the worst case scenario? You're like, oh my God, they're going to eliminate umpires. It's going to ruin baseball.
It is going to ruin baseball. I'm telling you right now, okay? Listen, also, the ice wall is real, and fucking, you really need to fucking be careful out there, all right? Listen, this is how I am, okay? This is where I go. Someone has to do it, okay? Someone has to fucking someone needs to be the canary in the coal mine, all right? When the gas is starting to flow and you can't smell it and you're about to die, that's what I'm here for, to be like, hey, this is bad. We should turn away from this.
Or when the water spills from the edge of the earth.
Yes, over into the tears of the planet. Like, yes, you should fucking, it's me here to tell you what's going on.
If you want to know what the reference is, go ahead and listen to the album review of Luminescent Creatures from Ichiko Aoba.
On All Gas, No Trash.
On All Gas, No Trash.
Help to say the name of the fucking show we did it on.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is going to be horrible for baseball. I think this is terrible. I think AI in sports is whack. I think it's dumb. I think it should be illegal. I think that, like, having AI do shit for your team, that's illegal. It should be fucking illegal. All right?
We need to go back to baseball in the 18th, the late 19th century.
We need to wear those shorts with the really high socks.
Yeah, the knickers.
With those stirrup socks. Because you wear white socks and then the team colored stirrup on the bottom.
Yeah, and
that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen.
And I want my pitchers to have twirly mustaches, and I want them to be called hurlers and not pitchers.
Exactly. And I also think that we should bring back beer and hot dogs and hookers in the dugout, because that's what made baseball great back then, okay?
Hey, dude, Babe Ruth didn't hit all those home runs without having a cigar and a hot dog in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a healthy fucking dose of alcohol prior to the game. Okay? Those were his performance enhancers.
Yeah, dude. And then for Darryl Strawberry, it was fucking cocaine and, and hookers.
Yeah. And I think we also need to go back to pinstriping on everybody's uniforms. And I think we need to have old-timey radio voices do the announcing. And now batting, we have Aaron Judge for the New York Yankees, guy.
I don't mean to turn this into a total tangent, but I've kind of gotten into that report of the week guy. I've gotten into him a little bit, right?
Okay.
I love that this motherfucker is like a dapper dude dressed up like talking about junk food essentially, but he can't do the transatlantic voice, dude.
Yeah.
He can't. I'm like, you do it way better than he does. I'm like, man, what's stopping you from fucking doing this?
I mean,
dude?
I don't know. I'm probably just as ugly as that guy is. So I mean, all I gotta do is throw a suit on.
I mean, he looks like a strawberry blonde ginger guy.
Yeah, so maybe I should hit him up and be like, hey man, let me do voiceovers of let me do the fucking transatlantic voice over your things, and you just say the words.
He just doesn't have it, dude.
Yeah.
And he's trying to sell himself as like this dude from the 1930s in modern times, right? But he just doesn't have it. And now that we're talking about baseball, back in the day, dude.
You know what, dude? That's actually not a bad idea. Maybe we should do a sports, like a 1920s version of modern sports show.
Oh, like ESPN,
yeah,
like highlights.
but like we'll do actual highlights of what's going on now, but I'll just do it like I'm in the 1920s.
Oh man, that's gonna be really hard because I really don't know. Because talking in that accent, that's gonna take some practice to know where to put inflections or I don't know, dude. That's hard.
Boy, I wish those Dodgers would just get back in their jalopies and go back to Chinatown because they are really pissing me off.
That Darryl Strawberry is a real hot cha-cha player.
He's a real firecracker in the dugout there, buddy.
Oh man, dude, it basically be just like Philip and Terrence, the fucking sports.
Talking about sports, talking about baseball, wearing like 1920s era suits and then those fucking hats, like the Peaky Blinders hats.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that'd be a good idea. I mean, I'd be down. I always wanted to get one of those 1920s kind of suits. With the fucking vest and everything.
Yeah.
Made out of wool.
Fucking A, dude.
Man, we'll be sitting here sweating our dicks off because it's like 1,000 degrees.
Knowing that it's spring's right around the corner, it's basically the start of summer.
Yeah,
so
it's basically summer is now here.
It's going to turn into a fucking inferno in the garage.
Oh, yeah, man.
Especially with the wool, dude.
Oh,
we're going to die from heat stroke, dude.
We're just going to be wet and out of breath. Hey there, buddy. Oh, God, it's so hot. It's hotter than the devil's drawers in here, buddy.
It's hot like the Dickens. All
right. Anyways,
do you have anything else to add?
I don't think I have anything else. All right. Fucking A. Anyways,
ABS system brought to you by T-Mobile.
Yeah, fucking whack. Don't fucking MLB kill yourself,
dude. I can't wait to see how this shit actually plays out in the playoffs. Like, I wonder if people are going to be so fucking pissed off, or well, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I just can't wait for the season.
I just hope that it screws the Dodgers somehow.
Oh, and
then you can eat your fucking words and you're going to be here in 7 months going, this is the stupidest fucking thing. And I'll be like, oh, I was right. And you'll be like, shut up, Josh. You never said this.
You know what the best part is? After the 2025 season, going on strike.
For what?
The lockout. There's going to be a lockout in 2026 because apparently the Dodgers have created quite a catastrophe for baseball with the number of players they've acquired and all this bullshit. So so now baseball is going to be locked out in 2026.
So they're also part of the
CBA. Yeah, they're going to go on strike. I think it's also the end of the the collective.
Oh, the bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
So what are they going to go on strike for? Because they want to get paid more money.
I don't know if they want to get paid more money or they want to create rules for like a salary cap or a salary floor so they can force owners
to pay.
To spend more money.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of cheap bastard teams like the Sacramento Athletics now, Tampa Bay Rays. There's a lot of fucking feeder teams that just end up signing players for like pennies on the dollar, and then they just end up on other teams. And I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but 2026 looks like there's gonna be a lockout. So
yeah, cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure
we talk about it and make fun of everybody.
I might have to start watching like we're
gonna have to watch fucking cricket.
ESPN The Ocho for some weird ass sports.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start watching cricket. That's the next closest thing to baseball.
Silat battles, like dudes hitting each other with
the
sticks
and shit. Or the guys that they climb with the chainsaws and then they fucking like chop the tree at the top. They climb down. Lumberjacking.
Fucking chariot racing.
Cherry picker racing. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh man, those are funny. Anyways, all right, that'll be the end of it. I guess we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace out.
That was Chirpin' from the Pine, the Game Rage Sports Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Follow us on X at Game Rage Mag. You can go to our website, www.gameragemagazine.com.